Welcome back everyone. Well, the weather's a bit ordinary here in Mildura, so we're doing an indoor activity. Your old lolly shop. We're going to step back in time. Stick around. This lolly shop is one of Mildura's most iconic, nostalgic and tastiest lolly shops. Today I'm going to fill up my Christmas lolly basket and I'll have a chat to Peter. Handmade Jaffa fudge. And that looks like it's a Mildura product. Have a look at that. Had to get a basket. And I'm with Peter from Bushell's the old lolly shop here in Mildura. Peter, this is amazing. What got you started? What was the inspiration behind the whole lolly shop?
Well, this building's been here since 1938, and at the time we didn't have a lolly shop in mind when we were looking for a house, but it was just an old character home that we were taken with, and we thought this is looking pretty good. The room that we're standing in at the time was a bedroom, and that was getting on to 12, 13 years ago, and we looked at just buying the home and living in the home, and we were moving from another location. We had a lot of junk, I guess you'd call it, and we had a garage sale in the backyard there, and one of the people that came along said, "Did you know this used to be a lolly shop back in the day?" And we went, "Oh, okay." The little light bulb went on. We played with that idea for a while. My wife Ingrid, who's got a background in confectionery, she used to make quite a few. In fact, the raspberry umbrellas down there, she used to make 20,000 a week of those.
Really?
She has a fair bit of knowledge.
Loads of stuff.
And so the inspiration was there, and over a period of time we've turned it into what you can see here today.
How do you decide what lollies you're going to stock? You've got lollies from all around the world. How do you decide?
Yeah, that's a little bit of customer preference, what people go for. We've discovered fairly quickly that kids like sours.
Yeah.
So, we aimed at making it a family-friendly shop, particularly for kids. We've got our shelving all down low so the little kids can see what's there and they can decide. It's quite good for them. The mathematics comes into it a fair bit.
Yeah.
They have $5 might come in and they'll go around and
work out what they can get.
Exactly, that's right.
Yep.
So it works out pretty well for them. But yeah, we have predominantly Australian products.
Yep.
Bit of English, bit of American, and that's kind of the mix that we try and go for.
Yep. Now the nostalgia factor. I won't say oldies. The more mature people come in here and they buy their old school lollies. What do you think off the top of your head is the most popular of the old school lollies? Is there one in particular?
Well, there's always been humbugs, and they've been around since probably the 1850s. And as each generation goes through, that's something that they really look for.
Yep.
In the hard-boiled ollies, so those type of things, raspberry drops, another one in that category. So they're the older ones that they really go for.
And Peter, challenges. What challenges have you had with sticking so much product into such a tiny little shop?
Yes, you're right. It is a challenge. The shop itself was only just this room that we're standing in.
Yep.
And when we opened on the first day and we had 1,000 people come through, we suddenly realised that this just wasn't enough room. The room behind me used to be a kitchen back in the day, and so we took this archway out and expanded it twice, and then very quickly used the hallway as well.
Filled that up as well.
But that's really the size of what we can go to.
Yeah.
And so we try and pack in much here. At the moment we've got quite a bit of Christmas stock in, and that's probably a little bit more than what we would normally carry. Normally it takes 2 laps to work out what's in here, and sometimes even on the second lap you miss
just can't
things.
decide.
That's right.
Yeah. Now I've got a little bit of a story from when I was just a wee lad. My grandparents used to have a corner store that had a lot of lollies in it.
Okay.
Now my grandfather, he was a marketing genius for his time. He used to sit me out the front of the shop on a milk crate on a hot sunny day with either an ice cream or during the cooler months with lollies or whatever it was, and people would walk past and see the ice cream with lollies and they'd go in. So I was his marketing ploy. Any chance you can sit me out in the milk crate out there with a bag of lollies?
Well, the challenge would be whether there's enough lollies left by the time somebody comes along. But
Now, Peter, you briefly mentioned the history of this place. Can we go a little bit more in depth? Tell me a little bit more about the shop. What have you got for me?
well, as I mentioned earlier, it's 1938 is the building. It started its life as a lolly shop,
Yep.
and there was a couple that built it at the time. They were Dells, as in D-E-L-L, and this is a house on the back of the shop, so it was all in one, which is quite common back in the day.
Yep, that's right.
There's not many of these left. In fact, from what we're aware of, this is the only one in Mildura that's sort of still operating like this. So at the time, the building was put up, and they started their business as the lolly shop, and Second World War broke out. From what we understand, he went off the Second World War and got killed in the first week of the war.
Yep.
So that forced the lady of the house, affectionately known as Ma Dell, but her first name was
I have heard briefly the story, but yeah, keep going on. Yeah.
her proper name was Annie Dell,
Yep.
and she ran the store herself for decades.
Okay.
Now, during that time, she used to make her own toffees. She would put pennies in them, back when you could do those sort of things. And you're talking about marketing ploys, that was one of hers, because that penny would come back in the shop and be spent in the shop.
Yep.
So those were the type of things she did. She had fruit trees in the backyard. She would puree the fruit and make ice blocks out of them.
Yep.
So that was her, come to for lollies. She would get other commercial type lollies in as well.
Yep.
But she also expanded out into making pies and pasties, and that was from the school, which, as we know, is not far away, the next street over. And the kids would come in the morning, they would put in an order, she would cook it for them that morning and have it ready for them for lunch.
How good's that? I can remember at school having to do the lunch order with the washing baskets. You go to the corner shop and pick up everyone's and divvy it out. So that was something similar, but earlier principle.
Yeah. So that continued for a good number of years.
Yep.
And she made a reasonable living out of it. But then supermarkets came along in the mid '60s, and at that point the shop was closed. She had all the shelving still here, which has been replaced. Unfortunately, would have liked to seen that. It was all pine timber.
Beautiful.
And she had a cleaner come in, clean all the stock, and keep everything tip top. And that's the way she liked the shop, was everything to be clean.
Yep.
She stayed here until we think around about 86, 87.
Yep.
Moved down to the nursing home just down the street from us here.
Yep.
Some other people came in and they made it into a home, and as I mentioned earlier, that used to be a bedroom in that front room. We came along 13 years ago and brought it back to life again, to perhaps a little bit more than what she had, but the concept was there.
It really is alive. It's just got an amazing feel in the shop for such a small space. I know it's just got a really cool vibe about it, I think.
Yeah, look, we certainly enjoy being here. In life, you end up with a job that you don't like much, but you do it anyway because you need the money. We're fortunate we don't really see it as a job. We see a lot of people from all over the world, and a lot of Australians too, obviously. And we kind of find out what's happening in lots of different places, so it's a really great place for communicating to what's going on.
And everyone that comes in's happy. You wouldn't get a grumpy customer, would you?
That's right. It's not as though we work in the taxation office and everybody comes in with a grumpy face on them, but they're coming in with a smile and might only spend $1. We're not concerned with that so much, but they're having a good experience.
Good on you, Peter. Mate, I've really enjoyed this, and I've got to buy some lollies now, so leave me alone. Good on you, mate.
No problem. Anytime at all. Thank you.
There's those umbrellas that Peter was talking about. I'll get a bag of those. Sweeties fish. I've got two to choose from, the tropical ones or the normal ones. Decisions. I can't make decisions. Going to go the tropical. Jersey caramels. Oh, that's easier? Yeah. There we go.
All right, all good.
Done. I'm going to have to stop filming here because my card is on the phone that we're filming with. Well, there you go, guys. I've got me lollies for Christmas. If you like this video, check this one out just up here. And also have a look at outandaboutssunraysia.com.au. But be good, stay safe, and bye for now.